All right, I'm David Beagle. I'm here with Ms. Noah, Ms. Ledbetter, Mr. Hanson, principal, counselor, media specialist at Piedmont Elementary School. And today we're going to look at professional culture for teachers and staff. And just talk a little bit about what the campus is doing to implement the vision for the school system. And at Piedmont City Schools, currently the district goal is to provide students with a strong academic foundation by utilizing the most effective technologies and innovative learning models. So the first thing we want to talk about is how does the campus acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate those who implement strategies in support of the campus vision? Principal's an important man. He has several phone calls a day. I will vouch for him on that.
About 6 or 7 years ago, Dr. Aiken implemented a process by which we could attempt to achieve national board certification. He not only provided the funds for us to do this, the financial backing for us to do this, but he also provided support for us by mentors from the national board certification process, people who had already gone through the process. And he encouraged us, and he gave us professional days that we could use to do this.
And that's paid days, paid leave.
Yes, they were paid leave days. We had, I think, 2 or 3. Was it 2? And we could use those days to work on our portfolio.
Right.
I think some of the other things is some of the flex days we have through PD throughout the summer. This is something new that we started with our teachers, where that we can get up to 7 days when it comes to flex, and some of those classes could be, some of the days could be online courses, webinars, or some certain training that we have here at the school based on some of our technology programs.
All right, so how are these contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and community?
Dr. Aiken and Mr. Hanson both are very good to send us emails of opportunities, to make us aware of all opportunities. Every teacher does not have to take advantage of every opportunity, but we are given the option to. Some of them are more suited to classroom teachers. We are given the opportunity to go to CORE at Jacksonville, and they pay our registration for that. We are not required, to spend any money out of pocket. We can use those days toward our flex days as well. And there's such a variety of workshops and opportunities there that there's something for everybody. It's Ledbetter being the counselor, me being the media specialist. Things that pertain to classroom teachers are not always applicable to us. But at CORE, there's always something that we can do. We also have the opportunity to do the online classes where we can pick things that are pertinent to our job. So we are not required to waste our time in a one-size-fits-all training opportunity.
Right. And then the implementation of the different technologies and
yes.
whatnot, so to really back the vision and what's going on in
yes.
the school.
And CORE, it is heavily centered on technology.
Right. And
Ms. Ledbetter and I have both in our team time that we do with 4th and 5th graders, where we mentor those students and follow them through. We've used several strategies that we got at CORE to do that, and we've used the technology.
What about community outreach? I know we talked about Twitter,
yes.
different social media outlets that
a lot of the teachers have individual Facebook pages for their classroom where they communicate what's going on in the class, and
they use the Remind one.
And then Twitter, we use Twitter to post things, individual student celebrations, like when
Schoolcast, when we have announcements, special announcements for the school, we can kind of send those out.
And all of those are technology driven.
Yes,
so they would be very reflective of the school's vision.
And they use, one thing that I really like is the school system uses those avenues to celebrate individual successes of students, not just as a school, but like when we have someone sign a scholarship opportunity, or we have a student win, like the spelling bee. We had a student win the spelling bee and represent us at Calhoun County. We celebrate individual student success, and we also, I remember Miss Downey coming back from a workshop that she was in. They also use that to recognize individual teacher success, not just success as a system.
Also, I think you were speaking on the National Board of Certified Teachers just earlier. There's a billboard here in town that we've had an opportunity to put different things up in our community, and it's showing some of the success our students and our faculty have here at Piedmont City Schools.
Okay. How does the campus use innovative thinking, risk-taking, or failure as learning experience to promote the campus vision?
Well, we take a lot of risks. I mean, we've tried a lot of new things. We are at the forefront of technology with some of the things that we do. We have implemented programs that have not been used in the state of Alabama, and we've had problems and we've had failures. But we've taken those things and we've looked at them and we've talked about them and we've reflected on them, and we've taken the problems to build solutions.
Right.
And we didn't abandon those things. We used what went wrong to make it right and to learn from it. And we've done that a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think we probably kind of put our feet a little too far out in front of us sometimes, but we learn from some of our mistakes to be successful in other programs that we have.
And I had just from previous talks with several of y'all that y'all become very data-driven, and numerical values really show what the kids are doing and what they're not doing in the programs that y'all are using as far as technology goes. It really allowed y'all to do that because it gives you instant feedback on a lot of downtime and lag on learning where a kid's at.
Yes.
All right, so what processes are used in improving morale, which moves the campus toward the realization of the campus vision?
Well, we do. We use to improve student morale, which I think is very important. We have, at the end of every grading period, we have a rewards time, and each grade level comes into the library and they're given rewards for their grades, for their citizenship, for attendance, different things like that. So they strive to improve those things, which in turn helps our learning process.
Right.
Also, teachers have a class dojo that they keep up with different points, and they reward them every so often throughout the school year.
As a faculty, we have a morale committee that is made up of faculty members, and they come up with different things through the year to encourage us and just little things to make things fun.
We have the staff and teacher of the week, and that's announced, and they received prizes.
We have competitions. We do, like for Read Across America, we have grade level competitions among the teachers to dress as their favorite book characters and things like that. And most of the time, they can do it individually, but most of the time each grade level will choose, like last year, the staff, we did red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish, Dr. Seuss, and we dressed up as the fish in the different colors.
You were a fish?
I was a fish. I was.
What better, were you a fish?
Yeah.
Mr. Hanson?
No,
No.
he was not a fish. He's a fish out of water. But, I mean, things like that are just fun. And the kids like to see the teachers do things like that. So it improves morale all the way across the board, when we do things like that. And
He did participate in the vocabulary parade.
Yes, he did. We have a vocabulary parade where we dress up as our favorite word, and you have to depict that word in your costume, and he did participate in that. Mr. Hanson, and one thing that is good for morale is that when we decide to do these things, or we ask him if we can do these things, he hasn't ever told us that we couldn't. He's gone along with it. As long as it is not disrupting the educational process and educational time, he's very protective of that, but he's very good to support us when we want to do something that's fun.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all's time and your input. Thank y'all.
Thank you.